Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking right now. The feds dropped the hammer on 13 current and former Detroit public school officials charged in a sweeping bribery scandal.
A case like this is a real punch in the gut for those who are trying to do the right thing.
The people entrusted with helping children learn now accused of committing the ultimate betrayal. Good evening. It tops our news at 5. You know, those school administrators are charged with bilking millions of dollars from a school district already teetering on the brink.
And these charges come on the very same day that Governor Snyder signed the bill approving a financial lifeline to keep DPS from running out of cash. Now here's a look at all 13 of these unlucky administrators charged today. Each faces counts of accepting bribes and also conspiracy.
The U.S. attorney says they accepted money from a local vendor, and in exchange, those school officials would submit fraudulent invoices to the district for school supplies that were never received.
Our Jason Colthorpe is out getting reaction from parents tonight. We'll get to him in just a minute.
But we want to start with our Rod Maloney. He's live at Spain Elementary. That's on Detroit's east side. Rod, this went on for years, didn't it?
Yeah, this is incredible, Carmen. When you consider that Detroit public schools are considered among the poorest of the poor in the entire country, we've made national headlines over that. Spain Elementary, where we are right now, is one of those schools renowned as the poorest of the poor, and yet its principal is facing charges, and more amazingly than that, one of his bosses is as well. The feds say at the heart of this bribery scheme was this woman, 61-year-old Clara Flowers. She allegedly brought the vendor, known as Norman Shy, into the district and profited handsomely from it. She is the assistant superintendent of the DPS's Office of Specialized Student Services. She's also the former principal of the Henderson Academy. She allegedly took nearly $325,000 over time while in both positions. This is her house on Vassar Street in Detroit. It stands out for its bright paint job, new roof, and new gutters. The feds say she took much of the money she allegedly took and sank it here, making her home a realtor's dream when it comes to curb appeal. Flowers also has a travel agency she called Always Travel Together, which is not listed with the state of Michigan business ownership postings online. She allegedly used the business to funnel a lot of her funds. Like the other principals involved in the scam, she is facing the possibility of 5 years in prison for conspiracy. Unlike the others, she's also looking at up to 5 years in prison for tax evasion.
Anytime a principal who is entrusted with the public trust to make sure that their work is for the benefit of the children is instead diverting money for their own personal profit, it is egregious conduct.
I cannot overstate the outrage that I feel about the conduct that these DPS employees engaged in that led to these charges. And I am sure that this sense of outrage is shared by the other dedicated and committed DPS employees, as well as DPS parents, and everyone who is interested in the future success of DPS.
Now, Judge Rhodes said that he's going to have to replace half a dozen principals. He says he will do that in time when the students come back to school next Monday. Much work to be done there. Ahead on Local 4 News at 6, we're going to take a look at this principal of Spain Elementary and how we know him and what he has done over the past year, along with these charges. So we'll take a look at that. But there have got to be some very angry parents out there tonight considering all of this. And we now turn to my colleague, Jason Colthorpe, who's going to be talking to the parents and hear from them. Jason.
Rod, I talked to a lot of parents today, and sadly, they really aren't that surprised by this. They are angry that their school system has let them down again. And of course, a principal here at Hutchinson Elementary Middle is part of that. And those parents who know him considered him a champion of their kids, not someone who, as the prosecutor says, would have taken school supplies away from their kids time after time.
They already got the power. Why would they do that? They're getting paid to take care of the schools and stuff. Why would they take money that's supposed to be going for our children?
It's a question so many Detroit public school parents are asking themselves tonight.
And then to hear this is just another slap in the face, you know, for us parents that's trusting the people over our school systems.
This parent was stunned to learn his kid's former principal, Stanley Johnson, is among those facing federal charges.
We've been robbed blind, left and right, you know, and it's sad to say because you never know who's in the ring.
Johnson spoke to us in January about fighting to get the heat fixed at Hutchinson.
They put me here to make sure that I get the job done, and these children will not be shortchanged.
An ironic choice of words because shortchanged is exactly what Johnson and 11 other principals are accused of doing to students.
I honestly feel really disappointed. Like he was actually my favorite principal.
I'm sad to hear that because, you know, from the times I spent up there talking to him, he seemed like a genuine person.
Normally during spring break, the only thing these kids worry about is a car interrupting their pickup game. But this news was an unforeseen reality check.
I never would have saw this coming.
And it's sad because the kids are losing out.
One of those parents firmly believes this could be the end of DPS, and one day parents all go back to trying to educate their own kids. But another parent has hope that this too shall pass, that once these 12 principals are gone, if they are guilty of what they are accused, it can be a healing process that will, of course, start next Monday when kids all go back to school. We're on the east side. Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
You know, Jason, I have to ask you this. Were all these educators involved in this alleged conspiracy, were they in this together?
Not according to the prosecutor, Carmen. The guy who was the ringleader in all of this that Rod previously talked about had individual relationships with all 12 of these principals, according to the indictment filed today. So kind of amazing they were able to keep every single person in the dark as to what everyone else was up to. Carmen?
That is amazing. All right, Jason Colthorpe reporting for us live. And as you can imagine, we are getting plenty of reaction on this story on our Local 4 Facebook page.
And they some of the feelings of a lot of people. Take, for instance, Janice. She says, when will it end? Why are there so many corrupt people in positions of authority? Why isn't there a better process for screening people?
And Cheryl weighed in. She says, and people wonder why the school system is so messed up. You can keep pouring money into it, but until you remove the corruption, the schools and the students will suffer. Well, we welcome your comments as well, so visit our Facebook page.
Also, we've compiled a complete breakdown on this story on clickondetroit.com, including a very in-depth look at how the feds claim this scheme worked, and you can find it all right in the top story section of clickondetroit.com.